Regina Montoya worked in the Clinton White House back in the 90s. She's on the board of directors for DFW Airport and is often mentioned as a potential challenger against Congressman Pete Sessions. One of the questions we had for her in this recent interview. Regina, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
I have heard your name as a possible candidate against Pete Sessions again for District 32. Is that something you're even considering? You ever considered for this cycle?
I'm not looking at that race. I know there are a lot of people who are in the race and looking at it, so it's going to be an exciting time. It does seem like it's just right around the corner, doesn't it?
It sure does. And you know, Hillary Clinton narrowly won his district. Do you think that Sessions is really vulnerable based on what happened in 2016?
Well, given that there's so many people that are looking at this race and have already filed with the FEC, clearly a lot of people think that district is very much in play. And you're right, Hillary Clinton did win that district as well, and it's one of the 3 districts in Texas that Hillary won where a Republican incumbent is the congressperson. So definitely in play.
At least 3 Democrats are running right now. Let's talk about the book you're putting together. It's still a work in progress, I believe you said.
It is. It is.
It's about the importance of incorporating Latinos into the political and social fabric of America. Is that right? Did I understand that correctly?
You're exactly right, and it's so important. I mean, just let's take Dallas.
Are they not already? Let me ask you that.
Let's just take Dallas as an example. Dallas is already 42% Hispanic. The majority of children in Dallas are Hispanic, and it's important that we have that kind of representation of Latinos in all of the different areas. Dallas City Council only has 2 Hispanics, no Latinas, on the Dallas City Council right now, with a population that is the largest in Dallas. So it is important that the voice of Hispanics, not only in Dallas, but across the state and across the country, are heard, because it is a very important one, and it's a growing one. And when you take those numbers that I just mentioned, in even the Dallas Independent School District, over 70% of the children are Hispanic.
Why are they better represented, like in government, city council, county commission? There's Elba Garcia, but they aren't better represented. Why not?
You know, I think part of that is just ensuring that people get out to vote. I mean, you look at the demographics of Texas and the demographics of California. One's a very red state, one's a very blue state, but the demographics of population are about pretty much the same in terms of the Hispanic and white non-Hispanic African American numbers, but they're very different. So part of that is ensuring that the Hispanic vote gets out and votes, feels that they make a difference.
And that's one of the biggest issues, is voter turnout for Latinos. What turns that around? It's always been much lower.
Part of that too is just understanding that your vote does make a difference, and that we have to, I think, impart that very strong message to people that if you are voting, you are going to make a difference. And part of that too is maybe seeing some more Latinos in leadership positions that are running. It excites people and gets people out to make a difference. That may be part of what we need to do as well and think about.
Regina, I want to ask you about DACA, the Deferred Action on Childhood Arrivals. President Trump and Democrats reached a deal to keep DACA recipients here in the U.S. Based on the president's support now, what seems like support right now, how confident are you that something will come to fruition?
Well, I think certainly for those students or those that have availed themselves of DACA, it is so important to have certainty for them. But even with these kinds of decisions that we think we hear about, with Democrats and Republicans coming together, at least with the president coming together with the Democratic leadership, until it is actually passed, no one is going to be, you know, the certainty is still going to be there. And remember, it's a short period of time, just 6 months. What have we seen happen in our government lately in 6 months? So I think those are the kinds of concerns that people have. You got to keep the momentum going. You've got to make sure that that happens. But with so many things on the docket, whether it's tax reform, health care, any of these other issues, people have to remember this is going to be a very big issue for 800,000 of those. And then don't forget their families. It's a ripple effect for their parents, their others that rely on them because they're able to get jobs right now.
And many of those are in Texas. Regina Montoya, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you too. Thank you.